everyone, and welcome to our class no, for the strategic management system, advanced actually. So the topic for today is about corporate diversification strategy. So to give us more details about corporate diversification strategy, let us all welcome Sir Edmar Gregorio. Take it away, sir.
Thank you, Doc. Play ko na po.
Afternoon, Casper. Good afternoon, Doc Marreto. I'm Edmar Gregorio, and I will be reporting corporate diversification strategy. What is diversification strategy? Diversification strategy is a strategy that an organization adopts for the development of its business. This strategy involves widening the scope of the organization across different products and market sectors. The strategy is to enter into a new market or industry which the organization is not currently in, while also creating a new product for new market. Diversification strategy is a form of growth strategy which helps the organizational business to grow. It opens up new possibilities for the organization. By adopting this strategy, the organization not only diversifies its product offerings in the target markets but also expands its own business horizons. The strategy helps the organization to increase sales volume and revenues while keeping costs to minimum. The need for diversification. The greatest risk of being in a single industry is having all of the firm's eggs in one basket. Although many firms are successful operating in a single industry, new technologies, new products, or fast shifting buyer preferences can decimate a particular business. For example, digital cameras are decimating the film and film processing industry, and cell phones have permanently altered the long distance telephone calling industry. Diversification must do more than simply spread business risk across different industries. Diversification makes sense only to the extent the strategy adds more to shareholder value than what shareholders could accomplish acting individually. Thus, the chosen industry for diversification must be attractive enough to yield consistently high returns on investment and offer potential across the operating divisions for synergies greater than those entities could achieve alone. Many strategists contend that the firm should stick to the knitting and not stray too far from the firm's basic areas of competence. However, diversification is still sometimes an appropriate strategy, especially when the company is competing in an attractive industry. Diversification techniques. Concentric diversification involves adding similar products or services to the existing business. Horizontal diversification involves providing new and unrelated products or services to the existing consumers. Conglomerate diversification involves adding new products or services that are significantly unrelated and with no technological or commercial similarities. Diversification strategies. Diversification strategies may be related or unrelated. Related diversification. Businesses are said to be related when their value chains possess competitively valuable cross-business strategic fits. Most companies favor related diversification strategies in order to capitalize on synergies as follows: transferring competitively valuable expertise, technical know-how, and other capabilities from one business to another. Combining the related activities of separate businesses into a single operation to achieve lower costs. Exploiting common use of well-known brand name and cross-business collaboration to create competitively valuable resource strengths and capabilities. Related diversification strategy may be effective when an organization competes in a no-growth or slow-growth industry. When adding new but related products would significantly enhance the sales of current products. When new but related products could be offered at highly competitive prices. New but related products have seasonal sales levels that counterbalance an organization's existing peaks and valleys. When an organization's products are currently in the declining stage of product's life cycle, and when an organization has strong management team. Unrelated diversification. An unrelated diversification strategy favors capitalizing on a portfolio of businesses that are capable of delivering excellent financial performance in their respective industries, rather than striving to capitalize on value chain strategic fits among the businesses. Firms that employ unrelated diversification continually search across different industries for companies that can be acquired for a deal and yet have potential to provide a high return on investment. Pursuing unrelated diversification entails being on a hunt to acquire companies whose assets are undervalued, or companies that are financially distressed, or companies that have high growth prospects but are short on investment capital. An obvious drawback of unrelated diversification is that the parent firm must have an excellent top management that plans, organizes, motivates, delegates, and controls effectively. It is much more difficult to manage businesses in many industries than in a single industry. Unrelated diversification may be an effective strategy when revenues derived from organizations' current products or services would increase significantly by adding the new unrelated products. When an organization competes in a highly competitive and or a no-growth industry as indicated by low industry profit margins and returns. When an organization's present channels of distribution can be used to market the new products to current customers. When the new products have counter-cyclical sales patterns compared to an organization's present products. When an organization's basic industry is experiencing declining annual sales and profit. When an organization has the capital and managerial talent needed to compete successfully in any new industry. When an organization has the opportunity to purchase an unrelated business that is an attractive investment opportunity. When there exists financial synergy between acquired and acquiring firm. When existing markets for an organization's present product are saturated. When antitrust action could be charged against an organization that historically has concentrated on a single industry. One perfect example of a diversified company in the Philippines would be San Miguel Corporation, where it is venturing in various industries. Under food and beverages, we have San Miguel Brewery, San Miguel Foods, Ginebra San Miguel. Oil refining and marketing, we have the Petron Corporation. Packaging, San Miguel Yamamura Packaging Corp. Properties, we have San Miguel Properties Inc. For power and energy, we have SMC Global Power Holdings Corp. Infrastructure, the SMC Infrastructure, and other businesses. That would be all. Thank you for listening.
Excuse.